Hello, this is James. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Alongside Us flip chart. Your flip chart might look like this, or it might look different. You could also use a PowerPoint presentation or some other way of sharing the vision. The most important thing is to communicate the main messages and to inspire the young people to become Alongsiders. The cover. Ask the group what they see on the cover and then explain the vision of the Alongsiders. Let us demonstrate. In Matthew 28, Jesus commands his followers to go out into the world and make disciples. At the center of this image, you see a picture of the church. And for 2,000 years, God's plan for transforming society has been the local church. The only question is the church engaged in the community? Are they making disciples as Jesus commanded them to do in Matthew 28? As we go to our pastor, as we go to young people, we want to ask them directly, are you making disciples? Is your church a part of the transformation of the surrounding community? So, the cover of this flip chart is what we use to cast that vision. Ask those questions. Are you discipling? Are your people making disciples? And what that begins to happen, we begin to see lives being transformed. We begin to see children's lives being touched and changed by Jesus, and the community seeing the kingdom of God come on earth. So, use that cover. Use the picture of the front of the flip chart to really cast the vision before you could get into the details of the benefits and commitment of Alongsiders. How to go through the inside pages of the flip chart. Benefits for your church. The first page is designed to get the attention of the listeners by talking about the benefits of their church and community. Remember to be interactive and ask them what they think the pictures are about. The first benefit is that young people in your church will be trained and equipped. We believe that if you don't train people to disciple when they are young, they will usually not disciple when they are older. Through Alongside Us, they will not only learn to disciple, but they'll also learn all kinds of leadership skills, character development, and life skills. The second benefit is that young people in your church will have opportunities for fun activities together with others. Once a year, we'll have a camp. And there are other regular opportunities for training throughout the year. The third benefit is that new members will join your church because you are reaching out to your neighbors. We see not only the children joining, but also very often their families join the church too. Benefit number 4. Your community will begin to be transformed. After reaching the lives of children and then families, over time, entire communities will begin to be transformed by the love of Christ. If you want to reach your community for Jesus, you need to start somewhere. So why not start by investing in the life of one child? Page 2. The commitments of Alongsider. Just try to remember what each picture means. And then, over time, you can expand on what you say. In the next flip chart we will use for orientation, we will take the young people through these commitments in more depth. For now, just mention them briefly. Commitment number 1. Alongsiders should take time to pray for their little brothers and sisters. Commitment number 2. Alongsiders should visit their little brothers or sisters at least once a week. Commitment number 3. Alongsiders should encourage and love their little brother and sister. Commitment number 4. Alongsiders should use the curriculum provided to teach their little brothers and sisters. Commitment number 5. Alongsiders should invite their little brother or sister to church. Now, Stop the video and discuss which of these 5 commitments is the most important for your context and why. Which might be difficult in your context. Okay, are you ready to teach the young people how to choose a little brother or sister? These next few pages show them what kind of a child they should be looking for. Little brothers and sisters will most likely be orphaned, poor, or vulnerable in some way. We know that God has a special concern about the poor, and we want you to look out for a child who is struggling. It may not be the poorest child, but perhaps they are very lonely, orphaned, bullied, or abused. All their parents are not home much. Ask God to show you a child who is vulnerable in your own community. Little brothers and sisters should be aged 5 to 15 years old, and they should be at least 5 years younger than you. Little brothers and sisters should be at the same gender as your alongside. Little brothers and sisters cannot be related to their alongside. The reason for this is because you should already be caring for your own relatives. Of course, if you feel your relative needs an alongside, you can always introduce your relative to one of their alongsiders. Little brothers and sisters should not live further than 1 kilometer from their alongsider. The closer the little brother or sister is to your house, the better, because it will be easier to see them and spend time with them. If you can't find anyone near your house, then perhaps there's someone near a place you go every day, like your school or a workplace. The most important thing is that the child is someone you can easily see most days. Little brothers and sisters should not be a regular member of the church. From country to country, this might be a little different depending on the religious tensions. But generally, we are seeking to reach out to children who are not already part of the church. If you need to choose a child within the church, don't choose the pastor's child. Choose a child whose parents are not Christians. So who can become an alongsider? Alongsiders must be committed Christians and a member of a local church. We primarily work through churches, and we only work with Christian mentors. Alongsiders should be aged between 16 and 30 years old, or 35 at most. If you have young people who are younger than 16 and who want to be alongsiders, encourage them to love and support the vulnerable children around them, but tell them they can officially become an alongsider at 16. If you are a bit older than 30 or 35, then they can consider being elders, area reps, or leaders in some other capacity. Alongsiders should be people with a good character and reputation. They should not be people who get drunk or use drugs or gamble or have other major problems in their life that are lifestyle choices, because those problems need to be dealt with first. Alongsiders are not motivated by money, but volunteer their time. They do not receive a salary. An alongsider must be Christian, single or married, 16 to 30 years or 35 years old, someone of good character, and a volunteer. So, if you've had the vision and the commitment and you'd like to be an alongsider, there are 4 steps. Step 1. Form a group. Talk to your friends and form a group of at least 5 people. Then choose a group leader. If you have more than 12 people, you could consider forming more than one group. If you don't have enough people, you could combine with another nearby church. So you'll have at least 5 people in your group. Step 2. Ask for permission from your pastor. You will each need to ask your pastor to give permission by signing a form. This permission form says that the pastor believes you are a Christian and a person of good character, and they trust you to be an alongside-er. If you come from a big church and the pastor does not know you, you could get the youth pastor to sign or another respected church leader. Step 3. Ask God who He has chosen for you. Now the fun part. You should spend time praying and asking God who He has chosen for you to walk alongside. Step 4. Complete the joining form. Finally, you're ready to join. Complete the joining form and sign the Children Protection Policy. Then contact the coordinator to come and officially register you with the app. Now you know how to share the vision of Alongside Us with a group of young people. You can also use this flip chart for sharing with pastors and others who are interested. And before long, you will have new groups of young people discipling and walking alongside vulnerable children.